Welcome. Y'all know we back again with another manga review. So last week we had predictions for 1057, and drum roll is that Suave was the closest to the prediction, unfortunately, even though I pretty much said the same thing.
And we all pretty much said the same thing, but it's
I
cool.
don't know about you. You're a newbie at this.
Stop. Don't do that. But kudos, Suave. Kudos.
My bad.
Kudos. Yeah, so pretty much in 1057, Yamato ended up staying in Wano, and Luffy gave the flag to Wano to pretty much claim him. He was like,
Real
Usopp, is that flag ready? Bring it down, player.
put this flag up and let people know they mess with you. Let them know who they also messing with.
Yeah, it's East Blue out here, cuz.
Basically, we're pulling up. We pulling up. Full fleet pulling up for you.
And it's dope how they became like Vivi in a sense. Like anytime they want to be a part of the crew, they could be a part of the crew.
Yeah, exactly. Especially
They
it's
are,
kind of a grand fleet too. So
but I feel like it's a little step up from Vivi because Vivi's whole shit was like they asked her and she said no. She wasn't smart. Are they still friends? Yamato and Momo and Kinemons was more like, when you're ready, we gonna scoop you up. You know what I mean? You do what you gotta do, get stronger. Just know I ain't taking no bitches. You know what I mean? So look directly at Kinemon when he said that shit. You know what I mean? I'm gonna need you to step your body game the fuck up because you didn't do shit to Kaido, my man, and I had to save your ass. So I'm gonna need you to step it
I don't think he said to that extent because they did do a little cut. They did a little cut. It was a paper cut, but it was still a cut.
that was Suave.
Kinemon's my guy, but he gotta step it up. You know what I mean?
Not
And Momo, you too, Momo gotta step it up too.
Now, one thing that out of the whole manga, that chapter, the funniest thing was when Law was like, if we ever run into each other again, we're total strangers. And Chopper said, all right, see you later, Traffy.
The fact that Law is in so denial of like he's just in denial. Like, dude, you're full of shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like this is why Luffy ain't take you serious. Cause like I'm gonna call you up, nigga.
Okay.
You shit to me. First off, your jaw dropped when you seen fucking Gear Fifth. So we're not gonna act like all of a sudden.
Not even Gear Fifth. He just used Conqueror's hockey.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. My fault.
He hasn't even really seen that part yet. So
Yeah.
that.
Threat, like that's why Luffy laughed. Okay, I'll see you later. You know what I mean? Because like you're okay. Sure you are. But all along, Law know like that. Come on, man, you full of shit, man. You know what I mean? They tell Chopper shut up. Like, what are you so angry about?
Shut up. And then at the end, when Kid kind of like said, "Oh, you guys want to take the safe way out?"
Kid was
like, I guess that was pretty much, the main stuff. Not too much happened in that chapter, so
not much happened. Now, time.
Okay. Now we getting into 1058.
So that's the German cap.
Oh yeah, this is the cover. Yeah. They said this is Caesar asking to be part of German.
Yeah, and it's volume 17. It's crazy that we're already in terms of the chapter covers. Like we're already on number 17. I think there's only I think it goes up to 22.
Oh, that's crazy. And I like how they're like putting a fucking manga inside of the manga.
Oh yeah, that was amazing. Something Oda has done is like utilizing that cover to being able to tell a story as well.
Yeah.
One Piece being so big, you can do this type of shit. All right, who else bounties we had? 366 million for Nami, 383 million for Brooke. That's about right. Nami, Nami earned some respect from me and Whole Cake, and then she kind of earned her shit. Yeah. Brooke, I felt like he earned that raise. Whole Cake, especially in Whole Cake.
Oh yeah, holding his own against Big Mom.
I think this is funny because they didn't even put Frankie's face; they put the fucking.
Oh, it's funny. Frankie with 390. I felt like Frankie wasn't done justice with this bounty. Matter of fact, now that I'm looking at it, he should at least be at 4 milli, like 400 million. There's no way.
I think he should be a lot more. I think he should be close to a Billy with Sanji, you know.
You think
Oh,
so? To be honest, I think he's right where he needs to be.
I
Now
like
this
how
now this is what we need to talk about because this I don't agree with.
Yeah, why did Usopp's fucking shit go up?
Sniper got Usopp. I actually liked that.
I like how they're putting like their whole thing.
This man can't even believe. Look at his eyes.
He
I can't even believe that. Like,
look like Luffy in Gear 5.
I mean,
Please no more. Don't get any higher.
it's sort of justifiable. Usopp was one of the founding fathers of this shit. I mean, Nami was too, but Nami's at the bottom, so I guess my case is kind of like
to
trash.
be honest, I feel like Nami deserves this more than Usopp after what he did in Wano.
I mean, I think this confirms that Usopp by the end of this is going to have $1 billion bounty.
I think they all will at some point, besides Chopper.
Man, we gotta stop. They gotta start doing my man Chopper like this.
Dog.
Yeah, man.
He went from 100 to 1,000. I'm like, yo.
They gave you 9 extra. They said we'll give you 900 for the people you save. You know what I mean?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like that's why he got to stop saving these people. He need to go to Monster Point and just start whooping some ass. You know what I mean? How you get a big bounty? Just go into Giant Point and just destroy shit.
Man, that's not in his.
That's not who he is. Yeah, but like, notice how Usopp's freaking bounty is up there, and I feel like it's because of the lies he tells.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how he became freaking God Usopp. So
Yeah, I compare him to Buggy at this point.
yes. I was just telling Suave, like basically he is Buggy.
He wouldn't go that far. What do you mean? Is that too low for Usopp?
I think that's too far of an extreme. Buggy's a clear won't step up, and even if he can't do nothing. Usopp has shown when it's time to step up, he's going to go out there
and run.
And fight and fight. I seen him step up in Dressrosa when he came back to save them little people and said, I'm not Usopp, I'm not a great hero. Don't look up to me because I'm a pirate. And this is what I do.
But what happened before that?
Yeah, that's what he talking about.
Afterwards,
I'm saying was learning.
Buggy would have never been
Buggy do?
You believe I can run it.
Buggy would have kept running. Buggy would have never turned back around. At least Usopp turned back around and fought it. Buggy would have kept running. You look at. We're gonna wait for that in that part of the channel.
Yeah.
I'm just saying though. I mean,
bite my tongue. We're gonna continue on that note.
All right. How do you feel about Robin's new bounty?
I like that for Robin.
Yeah, I was about to say, yeah, exactly. I feel like it's the right for her. It's the right.
Perfect. I would have preferred a Billy, but perfect. It's right there. It's close enough. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't see her at $1 billion until we actually see her.
Nah. Because of the fact that this is why I thought $1 billion. I thought because of the fact that we now know Luffy is Joy Boy, and we already saw Sun God Nika, and the government already got it on the bounty poster. It's literally his new bounty poster is him in the Sun God form. I thought now you got to raise Robin's bounty extremely because she's the only one that can read these poneglyphs. So you don't want Joy Boy to get his hands on the poneglyphs and then he's taking off. You know what I mean? This is why I assumed Robin was going to have a $1 billion bounty because they know now we got to stop this before it's too late.
Ah, shit. I didn't even think of it that way. I was just like, she was throwing hands that last night.
I don't mean to interrupt, but I liked how she said archaeologist.
Archaeologist.
Thank you. I appreciate that. And then Devil Child, I like that because when she did the awakening, remember she said that the Devil Child is. So I liked it that it's kind of like they wrote that line down, like, ooh, like that. She called herself the Devil Child. You know what I mean?
No, I was just saying, I like how everybody's like in this next one. It says Zoro is pirate hunter, swordsman, then helmsman, Jimby, the knight of the sea. They don't call him the son of the sea anymore.
I peeped that too. They changed his I think they changed everybody. Vin Smoke is no longer.
Oh yeah, I didn't even notice. It does say the Knight of the Sea.
Mm-hmm.
Is Zoro wrong? Swords Master. Man, he is the right hand.
Sword.
Put right hand, Pirate Hunter Zoro. You know what I mean? Put some respect on his name, Swords Master.
I mean, but he is though. He's not the greatest, but he's a master. So I mean that.
They gave him that because he cut Kaido. They gave him that because he cut Kaido. He was able to leave a mark on Kaido, and then he also took down King.
I mean, not even that. He's trying to make his way to become the greatest swordsman in the world. So
Not too many people can cut Kaido. Like only a few people on you can name on your hand could potentially get through Kaido. Pretty sure when they seen that, them CP0 or whatever the one, them people watching in the background, they took note of that. This man just cut Kaido. Not too many people can get into Kaido. You know what I mean? This man did it. You know what I mean? Some respect on Zoro name. Look at his bounty.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's right to call him Sword Master, not Vice Captain, because it's just like you just want to be known as a Vice Captain, Pirate Hunter, Zoro. It's just like that's not a very distinct good name.
I mean, they could have probably took out Pirate Hunter because he doesn't really.
Yeah, they need to do away with that shit. Like he doesn't hunt pirates no more. He hasn't throughout this whole story, besides probably like flashbacks, I guess. You know what I mean? So what pirate hunter? Like what are you talking about here? He just drinks. He's an alcoholic. He just drinks on the ship.
The alcoholic pirate.
I mean, they could call him Vice Captain, Swords Master Zoro.
I agree with you that you don't need the Vice Captain because I remembered Rayleigh. As soon as you said that, I remember Rayleigh, and they don't call him Vice Captain Rayleigh.
They call him Dark King.
Dark King Rayleigh or Silver's Rayleigh. You know what I mean? His name, Voronora Zoro. You know what I mean? Just put it like how you do Monkey D. Luffy. Like you know what I mean? Just put that man's name and put some respect on it. Put a capital R, capital Z. You end it with a period. God damn it! You know what I mean?
Let's say scroll down some more. Let's look at Sanji real quick because he's butt hurt right now.
Yeah. His butt literally hurt right here.
Please and screw you too, Jinbei.
I did like that they all got ability. Like I'll tell you this, these three I was perfectly fine with.
Yeah.
I wanted the right hand, and I guess Jinbei's the backup. Like I don't know how to do this anymore because it's like more than just two people. So it's kind of like, you know, Luffy got like a quadruple squad now, but I feel like these are his hitters. These are the guys he's going to send to do the dirty work. These are the guys who are going to be fighting the strongest of the next crew's people. So for me, Sanji not having more bounty than Jinbei, I mean, they're both at a billion. Like, the way I took it, they're both at $1 billion, man. You know, Jinbei's a little bit more above. You know what I mean? What is it, like 60?
Nah, it's really the fact that Sanji's just butthurt that he still has.
That's funny, but I know in the community, like on Twitter, people have been like upset about this for real because they feel like Sanji's is a day one. Jinbei just showed up, and Jinbei already got a higher bounty than Sanji.
I mean, Jinbei used to he used to be a captain of a ship.
That's the thing. He used to be a warlord. They froze his bounty. He worked with
Jinbei got receipts
under them. Like Jinbei has the pedigree. Like this is why I didn't care about what they gave Jinbei this big of a bounty. I felt like he deserved it. He got the credentials, and you got to think like Luffy's been rocking with this crew. Okay, they gave Sanji a billy. It's not like they didn't. He's on the billy list. Like, you know what I mean? You got Sanji made it. So what if he's at the bottom? He's still up there. You've seen in the Wano arc, he's still fighting Queen. He fought the second right. So it's not like they're going to change the story and make Jinbei fight the second strongest person. And then Sanji's, you already see that Sanji's staying in that row. So there's no point of getting upset. We know by the end of this, Sanji's going to take over Jinbei's spot. But right now, it does make sense. Jinbei being the warlord, and the warlords are getting bounties again, and you see how crazy, you know, things are getting. So this, to me, made sense. And then Zoro having the higher bounty, of course, you know what I mean? As he should.
Oh, wait, but I want to go back real quick because we passed over two important parts that don't seem that important. But look, it says, look, right here.
Oh, the Conqueror's hockey line?
Yeah, when Nami got mad. We need to keep him on. And then you actually see, like, the lightning around her.
Yeah. No, yeah. You can't see that.
Look at Jinbei's mouth all the way on the left. Yeah, you could see it there, and underneath where Luffy is hanging to, you could see the lightning when Luffy uses his Conqueror's Haki, and then in the next panel, Jinbei's like getting faint. Yeah, exactly. I'm like, hold on, wait a minute. that can't mean she got it.
And then everybody's like, careful, balls, never cross Nami when she's mad. Like everybody's
like that.
Huh?
Is that Chopper that said careful, boss? Like, is that Chopper I'm seeing?
Yep.
Oh, my God.
It is Chopper.
Oh, wait. It's Usopp, too.
Is it?
Yeah.
I
So
honestly,
he's on the
I didn't
floor,
recognize this. Like I
and
kind
Zoro's
I didn't think about
sleeping.
that. I see
Yeah,
Zoro with him, but I'm trying
yeah,
to think, okay, yeah, you're right. That is Usopp right here, and then that.
yeah,
And Zoro's sleeping on the
All
floor.
right,
That's funny.
all right.
I
yeah. They
like
both.
it says too. It says Frankie's shirt says Iron Samurai.
Yeah,
Iron Samurai. I like
but
his hair with a little ponytail, like
oh
Frankie
yeah,
doing his hair. I like that. I don't think the Conquerors is like a legit thing. I think it was like a comic.
yeah.
Like she had like
But also look at this: how they say Emperor Straw Hat Luffy and his 9 commanders.
Hmm
9 commanders. Even though Chopper's only 1,000, he's a commander now.
yes, he is. He's a pet commander. Like I don't know how you can run that gag anymore. You just called him a commander. You can't put in quotations a pet. He's clearly not a pet. You know what I mean?
Like for real, a
Clearly not.
900 increase.
I like how adorable he was when he read it, and then how angry he got. It barely went up. Like
Oh, I didn't. It really does says pet in parentheses. That's fucked
Yeah.
up.
tell you, Dr. Chopper, the cotton candy lover pet. Like I thought that was just the disrespect. Like so
And
much.
Nami's like hundreds of millions.
I like they Brooke. Yo.
And she's like, shit, I was give myself up for that bounty.
Yeah, no, I definitely feel like Nami should be at where Usopp. Like I'm okay with
I
her.
would say I feel like Brooke and Usopp should switch.
Yes,
Yeah,
Yeah, I feel like that would be more correct because
they definitely didn't
yeah,
give no respect to Brooke.
but
yeah,
I like that. At least Luffy got 3 people with the Billy underneath him. Robin is fighting for that 4th, Billy.
yeah,
And if we really get into that territory where he
Yeah,
gets
you
4,
call it number 4.
oh, I love that. I love that. And
yeah.
And I just like how Nami fucked up Luffy.
Yeah, it's funny how he's in the cage and it says Fleet Captain Emperor Straw Hat Luffy bounty 3 billion and he's knocked up in the cage.
I like how Jinbei didn't even care. Like he's like, oh, we all survived. What is the point of
And
this?
then all Luffy's worrying about talking about something. Let me out already. I'm hungry.
I said sorry. Mind your tone around this cruise second.
Fleet Captain.
I love Zoro for that. Mind your tone around the second, motherfucker.
Oh yeah.
Oh shit. Here we go.
This is what I called. I said Crocodile was gonna lead this shit.
I
Crocodile.
mean, I called it too. So.
Yeah, I knew it. I just knew it. I fucking knew this. There's no way Buggy was gonna be in charge of these 2 cats. Like, there's no way this was gonna fly.
I mean, but we were right, in the fact of letting them, like, okay, Buggy, fuck it, you take. We're gonna spare you, but you take the light.
Yeah.
I mean, I like how they broke it down. So pretty much, this is basically getting to where Crocodile is telling the backstory of what had happened prior to this. You know what I mean? Kind of like letting us know, like, hey, I started this. I called Mihawk. You know what I mean? Mihawk. I'm assuming from the flashbacks of Mihawk, if you want to scroll a little bit more down, we get.
Crocodile was the one that came to Mihawk.
Yeah, but Mihawk was, I'm assuming, was ship after ship after ship of the Marines, and he was just kind of getting tired of it. You know what I mean? So I feel like it was the perfect
further down, right there.
Oh, right there. See, I feel like this scene is literally like, you see how the ships are coming in the background? I just feel like the Marines felt like we can't take this guy one-on-one, so the best way we can do it is swarming it. Or is that the monkeys?
Yeah,
that's the monkeys.
Oh, in the background, and I was like, you know what, he's probably being under attack, but he's packing up his stuff right now, so it kind of makes sense. Like, he's let me get out of here before they come. And Crocodile called them at the right time. It was like, yo, let's team up. They won't mess with you, they're not gonna mess with me. Together, us together, we're too strong. You know what I mean?
And I like how they used to call him the Marine Hunter, like Zoro's the Pirate Hunter. So it's like, oh, okay.
He was collecting Marine heads. I liked that part of the story. When they said that, it was like, oh, we got some background information on Mihawk. You know what I mean? Marine Hunter. I like it.
Mm-hmm.
And so pretty much Mihawk and Crocodile was upset about Buggy taking the credit. They wanted to know how did this happen, and
I think that part is funny. They're showing the flashback, and they're showing Buggy like, oh, look what we made. Of course, it wasn't even Buggy. It was his his lackeys. Like, look what we made. Oh, we released this to everybody in the world. And he's like, what?
I like that this too, because it kind of shows you what happened.
This right here is funny too. He's like, they're like crocodiles here, and he's like, holy crap, he must be here because of all the cash that I owe him.
Yeah, and I forgot that he owed him money since the beginning. Since the beginning.
I forgot about that too. That he lent them some money.
That's just funny. It's a good little tie back, but I liked the flashbacks that connected it. Like, we got the answer of what happened to Buggy when the Marines came after. It was the same general that said, I'm going after Buggy. Crocodile came and saved his ass. That's what happened. Because they looked at it from the beginning. Buggy was about to peace out like he always does. You know what I mean? He told his men, get ready for them. I'm out of here. You know what I mean?
And he says, what kind of hero is behind this?
I pointing out because he knows this is some bullshit. What's going on here? And I like that Mr. One's with him. I mean, it's kind of
yeah. Look at that.
But, yeah, Mr. Three is in there too, and Buggy's like, "Yo, like I thought you were like in this together," and he's like, "Well, officially, I was never a part of your crew."
I feel like Mr. Three and Buggy are right at the same level of embarrassing themselves. Where Buggy said, "I'll lick your feet," and Mr. Three is like, "Well, technically, admitted to you." You know what I mean? Like, yo, my man, we broke out of jail together. I freed your ass. You never joined my crew. You were on all my groupie pictures. And all my set pictures with the crew, you was there posted up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and that was one thing that I was wondering. I was like, is Mr. Three just going to stay under Buggy? I was like, that's some hoe shit.
I think at that case, it was like they were just trying to survive. So they had to do what they had to do.
No, but seriously, I do like that the Cross Guild is like bringing back all these people that were significant in the first 3 times.
I like that too.
Buggy, Alvida's in that squad. I mean, even though she's not important, I just feel like, she's in that squad of people Luffy fought. Mihawk, who, the Reverie, I think, right, the Reverie, or when they went to get Sanji.
Riviera.
Thank you. That's what I was meant to say. With the Sanji shit, so I felt like that was cool. Like, they took significant people from each of them little things and then made the Cross Guild. So I was like,
I thought this was interesting here too, because he asked him, he was like, I already did you a solid by agreeing to lend you the money. Yeah, he was like, you will take full responsibility. And then he says here, I'm about to form my own company and I need the capital. So it's like,
he about to blow that up. It's not gonna stay where is it at?
Well, no, it's like I understand he wants to start his own company, but like what is he really up to,
Trying to get ancient weapons. Like, to me, it's very simple. They brought them back. This is the squad that's getting ancient weapons. To me, it just makes too much sense. I feel like the mud guy, Caribou, is working for Crocodile. That was the phone call. That's what my theory is. That's the Crocodile saying, yo, I know 2 of the locations of the ancient weapons. Once he tells Crocodile, look at it from Crocodile's perspective. I pull up there. It's not just me. I also got Mihawk now. You know what I mean? We're going to do some damage together. Who can really stop these 2 guys besides, anybody popping in your head like Shanks, Blackbeard, the obvious people. But like, this is a nice tandem right here of combatants. So I just think they're going after the ancient weapon route.
Yeah, and then Buggy just comes in and he has all the IT people. Seriously. Like, literally, that's all it is.
I wanted to say at first, like, but Buggy got a nice little army, and then I really looked into Buggy's crew, and I was like, wow, no, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. He doesn't.
Yeah, and then and they only mistook him as an emperor because his face was in the middle. Like, that's the funny part too. It's just like
his face is the biggest face out of both of them, so it's like, oh, so this guy must be the boss since he's the one all blown up. That's what he's saying here. You sure stand out, Mr. President.
But it looks like, look at Buggy freaking out.
Yeah, and Buggy is like, it wasn't deliberate.
I like how Crocodile's got him with the hook. Like,
yeah, he's shoving it in his mouth with the hook.
Yeah.
It's fucking funny.
Yo, how you do that to someone in their hometown? That's embarrassing.
I mean, he's holding his head, too. That's crazy.
Oh, here it goes right here. He's like, hey, what's with that flyer? I couldn't stop myself from giving you the top billing boss.
That's not how you said it. I couldn't stop myself from putting you in the top billing boss. Like, I couldn't stop. That's how look at his tongue sticking out. He can't speak proper English. We're going to read it out like, come on, man.
And then they say, we've already sent it out to every corner of the world. Oh, hell no.
I just feel like that's how Buggy crew will be talking. Like,
I mean, that's why I said let's get more animated. I was just kind of just reading it. If you wanted me to be animated,
I want you to look at the character when you speak. Okay, that's what I want you to do. Is the voice voice I'm about to say match this characteristic.
Yeah. And then look, we at Navy HQ, and they're like, "Oh, he was also a member of the Pirate King's crew. He got fucking Crocodile and Mihawk to
Uh,
be together."
this is where it gets really
Like
bombastic.
he also says the Emperor red hair.
Because right here, that's how he formed a close bond with one of the red hair pirates. So now they know that Buggy's
One
in.
of the emperor's red
Yeah,
hair.
yeah. And now reports confirm that Crocodile came to his aid at
Impel, I think.
And
No,
empty.
Empty. Oh, Empty Bluffs Island, and it's like, yeah, because Crocodile did that, saved him. Well, yeah, he did save him. Made it look like he was just doing it under his command. That's why they were just like, oh, so he's his worker, huh? And then
It's
new
kind of like
Marine.
everything fell into place without even them knowing. It's like, oh well, since
Yeah.
now the Marines think that way, might as well keep it like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, the Marines are just inferring with how everything looks. It's just like, oh shit, damn.
Bro, baby. There we go. Right here. Stop. Right there. Perfect. Crocodile. I love that they updated his bounty. Oh my God, did this make me happy. Because I said it to you guys. Crocodile was one of my OG favorite villains. Like,
yeah, same.
I'm not even gonna hold you. And I kind of, from all this time, felt like he didn't get the most justice he could have. Like, watching a little Doflamingo corny ass, and his little arc.
Yeah, I was about to say, I feel like Crocodile would
I'm watching that, like, yo, Crocodile needed this. He needed a little more time, a little more. Let's see his background. I guarantee you, Crocodile would have been 10 times doper than anything Doflamingo on his strings can do. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, come on.
All we see was Doflamingo just didn't he chop off Crocodile's head?
And what the Crocodile do? Didn't he put it back on?
He was like, that was cute. Like, like he kind of treated him like a little boy.
Crocodile almost 2 billion bounty. Mihawk is at
3.5. 3.5. He's higher than Luffy by himself.
This is something that I wanted to read out. I thought was interesting. It says his fellow warlord, Hawkeye Mihawk, has even greater sword skills than the Red Hair Emperor. So they basically solidifying that in terms of sword skills, Mihawk is better than Shanks. So we get that out the way. Mihawk is a better skilled sword.
I just feel like isn't Shanks supposed to be all about hockey? Like it will make sense.
He's a master of observation, but I feel like they're Mihawk too. Like they just haven't dropped that point. Like Mihawk too. Mihawk, I guarantee you has conquerors. No, fuck it. Mihawk has conquerors. Like I'll stand on that bridge. Like this man has conquerors.
He has to have conquerors if he's the greatest swordsman. He had to shoot for the top spot.
Like you when you shoot for that top, you got that energy. You gotta have that top bull energy. And everyone that got that top guy energy got conquerors. Zoro got conquerors. What does Zoro say? If I gotta become a king, then I will. You know what I mean?
I'll become king of hell.
Yeah. You know what I mean? And that's when his conquerors started coming. Like that's to be with Zoro. Like I love Zoro, yo. His is crazy. Like
it's making me want to play One Piece freaking that Blood game.
Yeah.
Definitely
liked this shit. Mihawk Justice, finally, we seeing him. And also, I wanted to say, in the top 20 of the top bounties of all time, Mihawk is right under Shanks. Mihawk is right behind Shanks. So that's perfect. Even though Shanks is right at 4 billion, he's the top one. You know what I mean? So I feel like that's perfect. They're side by side. Shanks is a little bit more, but again, they're side by side in terms of rating.
But notice for all the highest bounties ever, the only person above Shanks that had a higher bounty was freaking Roger, and he was the only one without a fruit. He only used hockey, and then it goes Whitebeard, Kaido, Big Mom, and then Shanks.
Everybody with fruits.
All of them had fruit. And then it goes Shanks, who doesn't have fruit. Then Mihawk, who doesn't have fruit.
I like that Mihawk don't got a crew. I like that too. He was able to do all of this without a crew. So just imagine he was able to accumulate this high of a bounty with never no backup. Like to me, that just speaks for itself.
It probably is because he was also known as the Marine hunter. So that's probably why his
Yeah, but
bounty to be that high.
these Marines pulled up to him, and it's not like Shanks where he could be like, Lucky Root, take these guys out. You know what I mean? Mihawk don't got no one to take these guys out. Mihawk took out every one of these people, whoever he's.
Mhm.
And even like, all right, so like even some little conspiracy theory I stumbled upon that I liked it was in I think Film Z or it could be I think it is Film Z. The villain of Film Z, he got a robotic arm and he
Yeah.
claims that he used to be a Marine and they were under attack and a lot of his people got slaughtered and he's missing an arm. And to me, this just like blew my mind when I seen Marine Hunter Mihawk. It was like, oh my god, Mihawk pulled up the Zeph.
Yeah, because yeah.
His arm, like, oh my god, like, you know what I mean? The whole thing just went, but they say that movies aren't canon, so that just gonna live in my head for the rest of my life. But I think that's there, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and he was mad that like that same pirate they hired him too.
Yeah, thank you. And they hired him, and what did they do to Mihawk? They put him on the payroll.
Warlord, so he would stop killing Marines.
You know what I mean? It's there. The evidence is there. And we seen from that movie, that guy Zeph was strong.
So, yeah. Boy, killed Luffy a couple times.
Yeah, so for me, it's like, hey, that just to me, stop shitting on Mihawk, man. Like,
I think this shit right here is funny. How they like introduce Buggy. Now go back up to the guy talking. Yeah, right here. Yeah.
The fact that he got these two to yield to his authority. Yo, that's wild.
This guy's talking noise at the side of his neck and doesn't even know what's really going on.
and it reminds me at the I think it was 1056 or 1057, Luffy's calling Buggy an idiot. Trust me, he's an idiot.
I think that was 1056.
That's a moment I want on my shirt. Just Luffy saying, "Trust me, he's an idiot." Like, yo, that you gotta be some dumb. But I like that. Something I thought interesting. He's supposed to be the captain, and he's got a less bounty than Mihawk. And what pirate crew have you seen that the captain has a less bounty than their right hand? And what? So come on, it speaks for itself.
They probably not even think. They're not probably even thinking about the bounty number. They just see this guy right here. The world government considers him an extremely dangerous individual. Like. This man, they think, is an extremely dangerous individual. It doesn't matter what his bounty is. That's what they think of him.
It's also because of all the people he has under him in command. That's also what they're looking at. Is just like, oh, he commands this fleet, like freaking Luffy commands a whole fleet.
And like we always say, he's the what Usopp wanted it to be, basically.
Some I thought was interesting. I think we kind of passed it, but we can kind of get to it. Was when Mihawk said, let's just leave it how it is. Or I think we're getting into it
right here.
We're getting there. Yeah. I just he talking about
right there. All things considered, we can take a different angle.
I, for one, have no interest in the title of Emperor. I think that line meant a lot. Because I think what Oda's basically saying is if Mihawk really wanted to, he could be a Yonko. Like if he really like just said, hey, I want to do this, he will be right there. And I think that's what was the purpose of putting him, because it's Kaido, Big Mom, Shanks, and then Mihawk. You know what I'm saying? Like the way the bounties fall out, you got Whitebeard, Kaido, Shanks. Big Mom, Shanks, the 4 emperors. Right after that, then it's Mihawk, not Blackbeard. Like, to me, it was just interesting. Like, the way they decided to place him was like, if he really wanted to, he would have been a Yonko, but he had no interest in that. So for him, it was like, F it, I don't want to do that. So that's why he just stood away.
I could see him not wanting to do that either, though, because him and Zoro are real similar. They'd rather be like they solo dolo, they're not worrying about
even if he was
their face being out there.
If he was a Yonko, he would get the exact piece he wanted. I just feel like I don't know what he's talking about here. Like, Doflamingo had a whole island. Kaido got a whole island. My man, you go to any island you want, take it as yours. You know what I mean?
Mihawk has his own island, but he makes it a Solitude Island.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. Like, you could be a Yonko on that island. This is your island.
He doesn't. It says right there he has no interest in the title. He doesn't care about the title. All he wants to do is just live in peace.
The title will give you the peaceful life. That's what I'm trying to say. If you got the title of
I don't think he will, because it's just gonna keep drawing more attention to him because of his status. So
I was about to say, I think it's also has to do with the that you have to monitor a certain amount of people. Like you have to command people too. And he doesn't want to command people. He just wants to be by himself.
Just like Luffy. Luffy doesn't want to be seen as the hero. He doesn't want his face to be known. That he rather, all right, I helped y'all. Okay, let me just, I'm gone. Like that's it. Doesn't say bye.
He doesn't even want to say I helped y'all. He's just like, I want you to live as free as possible, and I want to live as free as possible. So I'm gonna rob you at the same time as helping you. But
give me all your beats.
Like how Luffy makes everybody fight. Like it's like, all right, we're gonna do this, but yeah, you gotta step into it. You know what I mean? And they're always like, oh, me, I can't. Yeah, you're gonna fight in this war. You know what I mean? Yeah, you're.
That's right. But that's why I always say, if you are around Luffy, it doesn't matter for how long, you are going to develop because they're always on go. They get on an island. What's the first thing they do? They search up, then they end up in a fight. It's like they just got there and they're already fighting. Like that's why Carrot upgraded. Everybody developed. Nah, I mean everybody's developed. It doesn't matter who. But then it's like what happened with Usopp. So
like key to like the Zoro shit. You know, we're definitely gonna see Zoro versus Mihawk.
I think it's funny too, like Crocodile just holding Buggy's
yeah, and it's all beat up like Luffy is in his cage right now. It's funny that Oda did that little similarity right there.
Yeah, that's funny. Both of the postal captains, you know,
the fleet, the two new emperors.
Let me introduce you to our two new executives. Like he didn't want to say the people, my two new undermates or some shit. You know what I mean? Nah, he gave the respect. The two new executives of our company are coming in. And I want you guys to be as civil as possible. You know what I mean? Like, come as a pirate crew, two new executives.
Yeah, they say Chairman Buggy is crying. Remove the tears too, Captain.
I love how they did this. Yeah.
No, but what he said, what's gonna happen to me?
Yeah.
Everybody's cheering him on.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
Snap.
Hello. I thought this was kind of interesting. It's like finally we know that he's alive or whatever.
A little more because this was all pointless stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, there's just Revolution Army. And then Dragon's like, oh, if he truly did kill King Cobra, I won't forgive him.
Yeah, he's like, it doesn't matter what the reasoning is. It made me sad, though, this thing here with Kuma, man, where he's like, I'm yours to command, master. It's like, oh, poor Kuma.
So I feel like from Alabasta, we got teased the Revolutionary Army with Vivi's, I don't want to say boyfriend, but the kid that, from Vivi's past, that was like the revolutionary captain when they went back to Alabasta and he helped them fight. You go back, there was a revolutionary from that part, you know what I mean, of Alabasta. Seeing this and seeing Dragon say, I wouldn't forgive him if he killed, Vivi's dad, probably got ties. To me, that confirmed that there is ties between their revolutionary army and this revolutionary army. You know what I mean? He wasn't just working alone. He had this, the revolutionary army was probably the ones giving him the help, giving him the do this and then do that. You know what I mean? Kind of like
I didn't think about it that way. I was thinking more as because the revolutionary, they just don't kill innocents.
Okay.
Like that's how I was thinking about it. But the way you're saying it too, I'm like, oh, there's another way.
I feel like they're just tied. So I feel like this part is important because we know that I forget the scientist's name right now, but that scientist
Vegapunk.
Thank you. This is why I need you. Vegapunk came in, and Vegapunk said, or they had said, Vegapunk reprogrammed Kuma to only listen to celestial dragons, right? What does he say to Dragon? I am yours to command, master. I am yours to command, master.
Keep lying. I'm gonna have to Google that right now. I can't let that go. Right now.
I'm telling you, that's a thing.
It says, hey, Kuma, tell me, what exactly did you see?
Listen, remember when Kuma sends the Straw Hats back and he tells them, like, or basically tells someone like that's it. You know what I mean? After that, the government took them and they did the experiments and they had all these
like the last conversation he had with them.
He took his humanity away. You know what I mean? And they were talking about that. So they're saying that he only takes orders from celestial dragons. You know what I mean? That was something that they programmed into Kuma. So to me, what's interesting is that the first thing he said is, I am yours to command, master. So this either tells me two things. Either Dragon has some type of, celestial dragon blood, or that Vegapunk is working with the revolutionary army all along. And when he was the one to adjust Kuma, like so to say, he adjusted it that Kuma was still always recognized Dragon as his master. Now, either of the two could be possibilities, but the way I'm leaning, I'm probably right now leaning towards the second of Vegapunk being in the Revolutionary Army, because I feel like the Celestial Dragon thing is like it's a lot. There's a lot going on. There's a lot of rumors about
Oh
any
yeah, a big twist. If that's what it was.
Buggy Celestial. Like there's so many theories about Celestial. But when I read that about Kuma, and I was going through it, and I was like, I didn't know this, that he was reprogrammed to only listen to these type of people. So when I read that again, I was like, this is interesting. Like what something's there, and then the fact that Kuma was going to play it back, like he's a Kuma. What happened? Like he trusts Kuma to play everything back because Kuma's not going to hold any detail out.
That's interesting.
I was about to say I couldn't just find nothing in the second that Kuma only listened to Celestial Dragons. I just know he became a slave. I remember he agreed to become a slave after being able to watch the ship for 2 years.
Yeah.
Before the 2-year time skip. So I just remember that's all he requested is like, oh, let me protect the ship until they come back to claim it, and then I'll become your slave.
I didn't like what he said about Sabo. Like, if he killed him, I'm never going to forgive him. Like, shut up.
I mean, that's probably like his mans. They probably got something tied down.
Look, I read that line and said, "Come on, man. This reminds me of when Luffy told Vivi, you want to fight Crocodile, but you want everyone to survive. Like you don't want casualties. You want like you living in La La Land where you think you're gonna say, come on, like Dragon, you seen two. Come on, you're a veteran season.
I mean, that is his dad, so
like, come on, dude, like." Don't tell me now all of a sudden you got affected so badly by one body dropping. And you know what I mean? All right. So.
But then again, like you said, you don't know if he has a connection with him, because if he is a Celestial Dragon, because apparently King Cobra, he's the last bloodline of the original Celestial Dragons.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, you forgot about that. That's why he's like, oh, snap, because like they could use King Cobra or VV2 to end up like taking over everything, and because Luffy has that connection with her, and she's kind of,
wow, that's
I get it. I get it.
Yeah, that bloodline is the last alive bloodline of the original Celestial Dragons. So that kind of also puts it in perspective, is like, oh, Dragon might have something implanted with them.
I mean, that's why I said that's probably why he's saying that. Like, that's probably like somebody that's really important, That's why he's saying it doesn't matter what he did, I will not forgive him.
I think in the next chapter we don't get any information about South. Like when
I'm pretty sure.
I agree, because the next chapter in 2 weeks.
We're gonna move away from this whole. It's me.
Are they taking another break?
Yeah. You see it at the bottom. It says break next week.
Yeah.
I didn't even realize that.
Yeah, it says it right at the bottom.
Yo, you really gotta be like looking deep into this though. Let me put everything.
You just can't. You just gotta look at everything on the page.
I read everything. Like I read from bottom to top, everything. I even read the part we find out the truth right next to Luffy. Like I read all of that shit.
Will we find out the truth? See, you missed Will.
He don't even care about the will. Yeah, we found out the truth.
Yeah.
But what I hate is how the Navy's already tapping their phone. They know where they're at and all that stuff. And I'm like, they ain't doing no Buster call or nothing. Hey, come here, Buster.
That's not doing nothing. Like the Navy, we're tapping their lines right now. We're listening to their conversations. Like that's not doing nothing. That's not you're not doing nothing like that.
Yeah, I just hate how it's like it's Sabo, and then it's like, oh, he's gonna give away vital information, and the Navy's gonna know immediately too if King Cobra is alive or not.
I think he's gonna say if they do something with Sabo, it's coded.
Yeah, gonna say some code
it's
stuff.
Me, Sabo, Red Bridge. Fire, hot, ouch. You know what I mean? They're gonna be like, what the hell does this mean? Like, oh, I know exactly what that means. That means man down, he's hurt and he's locked up. We gotta go bust him out. Like something like that, where he's gonna give him a cryptic message.
Wait, so were those real code names, or did you just make that up?
No, he just made that up.
Yeah, thank you. On the spot, you know what I mean?
Red Bridge, fire, hot.
Oh, we see somebody's been here before.
That's what I think. I don't even think we're gonna see Buggy at the next chapter. Or Sabo. I think maybe 10 chapters later we'll find out what Sabo has to say. But I
I
don't know the
feel
way
like they
Oda.
might throw it in here and there, how they just threw it in randomly in this
Listen,
chapter. I feel like they're just gonna throw it randomly.
besides last chapter, all of these chapters have been fire that Oda has been doing, like giving us tons of information. Besides that last chapter, you got to take that out, man. That was a bad chapter. You know what I mean? Like, I even to myself, like, damn, this is a little disappointing because it was ass, like, you know what I mean? No offense, but it was just like, yeah,
it was just they were trying to end Wano. That's all it was.
Yeah,
it's
that's
just like I
basically.
could have done without it. I could have done with Luffy just jumping on the boat and planting the flag on Momonosuke's stuff and letting Momonosuke see the flag. And you know what I mean? I don't know, but to me it was just like I feel like you dragged it out a little too much. How about I just say it like that? You're dragging this out. You know what I mean?
I mean, he dragged it out, but
You're not a kid no more. You're a grown man. You know what I mean? Wipe them tears away. You know.
no, I think he did it okay. It wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad of a little chapter. I mean, yeah, it wasn't a lot of information, but it was a good, solid way to okay, this is it. Let's get the last little joke off. Let's get all the little thing. That's it.
The last chapter was called "Beat Around the Bush." That's what the last chapter was called. We're gonna beat around the bush because we know everybody wants to know where the Straw Hats are going next. So instead, we're gonna flip it and not even go nowhere. We're still gonna be in Wano. Like, come on, you know. All right, I'm glad you ended it. I'm glad you got the confirmation. Yamato didn't join. I'm a little upset by that, but that's fine. Like, you know what I mean? I said she wouldn't have. I just felt like she didn't because Oda would have already officialized that by now. I felt like he would have never dragged it out this far. You know,
that's why and then we kind of got spoiled with the One Piece Red film trailer where she wasn't on the boat, but Jinbei was.
I thought of the same thing. Like, maybe this is a hint that she's not going to join. And then I kind of said, like, I thought about it, and I read that line where she said, "I want to explore Wano," and I was like, "Yeah, there's such many factories and acid places you can visit in Wano. You know, you could visit your dad's facilities that he took over. Like, yeah, sure, go sell yourself on that. Like, that sounds so exciting."
I'm pretty sure that's not what she meant. I think after helping Wano out, and then she gets to explore what it's really about.
Adventures. She's not getting in no adventures in Wano.
I mean, remember, she grew up on that one island. She never left that island. So to her, Wano, that's a whole new experience. She's only been around pirates and fighting.
In the cage. That's the thing. Yamato's only been in the cage. So she doesn't know the outside Wano. I agree with that. But Oden was there, got bored of it. I'm saying, how fast do you, how big do you think Wano is? How big of an exploration you think you're going to have?
It's a whole country.
I think it could be 5, maybe 10 days before you get, all right, I'm ready to set sail. Like,
well, that's to you, but you also got to think she hasn't experienced their culture ever. Remember, that whole Wano arc was one night. You got to remember that. You got to remember that. And like, she still hasn't actually explored and had been invested in the whole cultural thing. And people sometimes don't even, through their whole lives, get to experience their own culture.
I think she's still trying to figure out herself too, because she's supposed to be the protector of
Wano.
Her fruit is the protector of Wano. So I think that was telling. Like, she's not going to join them because, she's going to protect Wano. She's a protector of Wano. But I felt like Luffy's line of like, hey, make sure Kinemon's bitch ass gets stronger. You know what I mean? Carrying him. I felt like that was directed at Yamato. Like, that's your job. And at the end, he said, "I'm leaving you. I'm leaving you in charge of that." You know what I mean? Like, it's a Yamato. Right. I'm leaving you in charge. So when he said that to me, I took it like, your job is to get Momonosuke up there. That's your job, is to get Momonosuke short. I don't want to say sword skills because I don't want to put,
and have his babies real quick, but yeah.
Yeah. I mean, maybe have a baby, whatever you want to do. But the whole idea is like, what get better, get stronger, join the crew. Kinemon, stop being a bitch, learn better fire, get stronger, and then Yamato, you need like a therapist. I felt like that's where we're going with that one. Like, get some therapy, get your head checked out. Find out, who are you? Is your name Oden? Are you Yamato? Once that voice of Oden stops talking to you, then you're going somewhere, and then you can join my crew. But your head psyche got to be there too. You
Yeah,
can't.
Yamato wants to become Odin, and that's why Yamato was like, "I want to stay and explore Wano first, just like Odin did."
Oh,
Yep.
absolutely. I felt like the wordplay Oda did in that chapter was wrong. She should have just said, "I look up to Odin. Odin was my hero," instead of saying, "I am Kazuki Odin. I
Well,
am."
but that's for you to kind of put your mind as like, okay, she idolizes the guy, so of
So
course.
I idolize Kobe. That doesn't mean I am Kobe Bryant. When I
Yeah,
talk,
but there's some
I
people
don't
out there that
I don't
believe that
say,
they
"Hey,
are
my
Kobe. They
name's
got the spirit of
Bryant."
Kobe. This is how she thinks. I
No,
got the
I
spirit
claim me.
of Odin in me. Like,
Yeah, but you gotta claim you. You know what I mean? You can't use fake people's names. Like I am. Oh, hey, I'm Kazuki Odin. Then when Momo says, "Oh yeah, I'm Odin," are you talking about me? Like what? What in your head will make you think that they're talking about you? Like no. Like what in your mindset? Oh yeah, they're talking about me. My ears are ringing. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
she wants to be Odin.
Like no, wrong. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. You could have did that better. I understand you look up to Odin. I get that, but the whole like trying
She
to
could be
be
Odette.
dad is like, yo, back off. Like I'm Momo, yo, back off. You're not my dad. My dad died. Stop that. You know what I mean? Like you talking about me? You weren't prepared for me? Like, yo, what force yourself in the conversation.
At some point he probably is gonna have to go up against her to see how strong he is. So
Oh no, he definitely is, and that's why she stood. She's there to make sure Momo gets stronger because
yeah,
we
but that's why
obviously
she probably she's gonna be Odin.
Kinemon can't do it.
He's dead.
Yeah, Momo's gonna be the next Odin. Momo will be the next Odin that's gonna lead the troops. You know what I mean? And stay in Wano. Like I think Momo's gonna have a lot more character exploration towards the end of the story. I feel like this is showing that he's gonna come back in. We're gonna see some cool dragon shit. I guarantee you he'll probably be able to spit some fire, and we'll probably see some cool swordplay from him.
Yeah, I really think he's basically Kaido, basically.
Yeah, basically.
He's Kaido and Odin mixed together.
Yeah, but he's like
that's a crazy combination.
Kaido has a strong skin. I don't think Momo has the strong in human
form.
We
don't know that though. We don't know. He doesn't know his fruit all the way. We could only see okay, he could probably be like this. Who knows? He probably got the same everything that Kaido got, but he's just a better the good version.
I was about to say one thing we gotta think about too is if Kaido's dead, what if Blackbeard got his fruit now?
Oh, that would be crazy.
That's for another talk.
But yeah, I think this was a good manga talk we had here. A lot of stuff leaked out.
Yeah.
So we got some good information. I think our predictions were pretty close. Maybe a
little mine and Suave was really close.
All right, so now next week we got another prediction. And the next week prediction is gonna be wild because we don't got no information on this one. We don't know where they're going next. So next week's prediction, if one of us nail it, that would be crazy.
Yeah, I'm gonna nail it this time because the last prediction I was thinking that Yamato wasn't gonna leave at all, but I didn't want to be the only one to say that. So
down that bridge.
Yeah.
I didn't want to say it either. I was just like, look, these two already said yeah, and I try to make an argument for no, and then I thought about it, and I was
I did agree because it did make sense. Okay, she's gonna miss the boat, and she kind of did, but even though they still flew to them.
Yeah, that's why I tried to come up with something else. I was like, maybe she's gonna still explore somehow because I know she's gonna explore something. I just didn't think, oh yeah, freaking Wano's that big for you to just stay and explore. I'm like.